Hello and welcome to our second week of Hebrew. Today on our first clip, we're going to be learning about Hebrew nouns. There are a couple of things that I'm going to do, and this is just an experiment. I'm going to try to embed this video in a PowerPoint presentation, and that's going to help facilitate things for us quite a bit. And it'll allow me to give you a little bit of an introduction and then move to a slide or a PowerPoint and let you see what I'm referring to, and then keep going back and forth like that so that you can have my lecture material or my short mini session, and then you'll actually have a PowerPoint that will have a sheet on there that will allow you to see in written form what I'm referring to. Let me start by saying that if you've memorized your alphabet, if you've memorized your Begay Kapat letters, if you know your gutturals, if you've memorized your vowels, and you know the basic laws of syllabification, the hard part of Hebrew is pretty much behind you, because that's the foundation of everything that we're going to do. I would also recommend that, because I don't really believe that 1 week is enough time for you to grasp and to totally embrace the alphabet, the Begay Kapat, the gutturals, the vowels, and the rules of syllabification. So I really want to recommend that you go back through that chapter at least once, hopefully another second time this week, just to keep yourself refreshed. And as you see these laws applied in our materials on nouns for this session, I think that's going to help you a lot as well. Let me start by reciting our vocabulary. It comes from chapter 4 of your Prodico Van Pelt textbook. There is Adonai, which is translated Lord, Ach, which is brother, Ish, man, Isha, woman or wife, Bath, daughter, Goy, nation, Derek, way, road or journey, Har, mountain, hill or hill country, Kohen, which is priest, Lev, heart, mind or will, Maim, water, Nefesh, soul, life, person, neck or throat, Navi, prophet, Sefer, book, scroll or document, Ayin, eye or spring, Ir, city or town, Sava, host, army, war, service, Kol, voice, sound or noise, Rosh, head, top or chief, and Torah, law, instruction, teaching, or custom. So that's your vocabulary. You're going to have more vocabulary than that, but that's it for chapter 4. And I'll take on the other chapters in separate sessions for this week. But this week, one of our first lessons is Hebrew nouns. I actually love Hebrew nouns. It's just one of those weird idiosyncrasies. But I love Hebrew nouns because the rules are pretty straightforward, and much of every language, whether it's Hebrew, English, Aramaic, Farsi, whatever language, it's built very much on nouns, and even the verbs will grow out oftentimes from the nouns. If you'll remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. So it is the basic vocabulary of any language is going to be the nouns. And if you're going into a foreign country, you know that it's very important to know the nouns: bathroom, hotel, telephone, airport, taxi. Those are some of the first words that you begin to use. Now, Hebrew nouns, unlike English nouns, Hebrew nouns are either masculine, feminine, or dual. The majority of nouns are going to be masculine or feminine, with very few common, not dual. So there's masculine, feminine, and common. So there are some common, and the common nouns are neither male nor female, and they have a whole set of grammatical rules just for themselves. But the vast majority of nouns are going to be masculine or singular. Now, the masculine and singular nouns do not reflect natural gender. Just because a noun is feminine doesn't mean that the item, person, place, or thing that it's referring to is in the feminine. The nouns are masculine or feminine based on what happens to them when they're pluralized, and that determines whether they're masculine or feminine, or even later common. Now, there's singular and plural and dual in the Hebrew language. Singular would be dog, plural would be dogs. In English, we would put an S on it, and dual would be two dogs. hand, hands, two hands, feet, feet, 2 feet, eye, eyes, 2 eyes. And you kind of get the gist there. So I'm going to stop and let you go to the next PowerPoint slide, and then I'll be back with you in just a moment.